completely new Monk Customs handguards, included sights, or our new aluminum ESG grip, yeah, can be yours, or a complete ultralight emitter for Glock. Yeah, we're just gonna do, we're gonna give away a Neo 1 body kit, complete. And last but not least, we're going to end this year with a bang, but we're going to start the new year 2023 with a bigger bang. Yeah, can be yours. Or this can be yours. More information about this you will see in the upcoming weeks. We're just going to do the 31st of January. We're going to pick a winner for this amazing Monk Customs build. But not least, for all the information about our giveaways, you go to www.monkcustoms.com and everything will be explained for you right there. I want to end that we as Monk Customs want to wish you and the closest to you a warm, happy and healthy holiday seasons. Going to see you in 2023. Bye-bye.
It's your boy Steve Fivves. Looking forward to seeing all of y'all's faces out in Sacramento, California, as we have the first, yes I said the first, NSL official tournament on U.S. soil. Catch y'all later. I've been closing blinds and cutting ties with everybody I know. Something tells me it ain't helping up. They come from my soul, my soul.
Hey, Birdie, I'm from my hometown, Maastricht in the Netherlands. It's not the North Pole, but as you see, holiday seasons arrived here too. Follow me. So, not trying to outdo Santa Claus, but we as Monk Customs, we have some exciting presents for you in store. Follow me, show you them. So, let's start. What do we have for you? Until the 31st of January 2023, for each $100 or each €100 you spend on the www.monkcustoms.com, you will receive one unique code. Every €100 or dollar. So you buy for 400, you get 4 unique codes. If you buy for 200, you get 2 unique codes, etc., etc. You will receive this code within 72 hours after your order. So on the 31st of January, we will pick randomly all the codes for the presents we have. What free giveaways do we have? I mean, we have some nice giveaways. What do you think about a new aluminum Monk ham adapter? Or our new MHQ belt? You didn't heard about that? Go online, check it. Handguards. Completely new Monk Customs handguards. Included sights. Or our new aluminum ESG grip, yeah, can be yours. Or a complete ultralight emitter for Glock. Yeah, we're just gonna give away a a Neo 1 body kit complete. And last but not least, we're gonna end this year with a bang, but we're gonna start the new year 2023 with a bigger bang. This can be yours. More information about this you will see in the upcoming weeks before the 31st of January. We're gonna pick a winner for this amazing Monk Customs build. For all the information about our giveaways, you go to www.monkcustoms.com and everything will be explained for you right there. I want to end that we as Monk Customs want to wish you and the closest to you a warm, happy and healthy holiday seasons. Going to see you in 2023. Bye-bye.
It's your boy Steve 𝖒𝖑𝖐𝖈𝖚𝖘𝖙𝖔𝖒𝖘, looking forward to seeing all of y'all's faces out in Sacramento, California, as we have the first, yes I said the first, NSL official tournament on US soil. Catch y'all later.
Yo guys, welcome to the stream. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me or if my sound is missing or if it's too loud, too quiet. Just give me a quick feedback. Welcome everyone. Can you hear me? Let me know please. Gonna quickly check for myself. Good sound? Okay, awesome. Then yeah, welcome to the stream. It's my first own stream, so I'm sorry for every mistake. If there's anything, please let me know. Yeah, how is everyone doing? We have quite some people in the house. I like that. I hope everyone is hyped as much as hyped as I am. So I will give you a quick rundown for the stream schedule today. So first we're gonna wait a couple of minutes and I'm gonna show you the layout. Some of you figured out that we already put it live a couple of minutes ago. We will jump into that, and then of course we're gonna do the raffle. I will explain all the raffle rules and the different brackets so it's transparent to everyone. Then we raffle all the 15 teams out plus the waiting list. We have 17 teams in total. And after that, we're gonna draw the 3 groups for the tournament. And that's basically about it for today. So let's jump right into it on our lovely NSL page to layout. Here you can already find the layout yourself. And we're just gonna open it, and I hope you still can see it. If I go full screen, it should be fine. And boom, that's the layout. I think it's pretty solid. We will walk through the field in a second. Just let everyone come in and join. I think it's pretty exciting. It has some like remarks to older layouts. Some of the older or longer been in the scene guys know that. Of course we cannot change the position of Plexi because then you guys would like completely smash it and kick it. But there are like here and there some tweaks that we did, and I think it will create a lot of action and it will benefit the game that we play. We are not playing 𝖒𝖑𝖑𝖑 anymore, we play NSL, so the layout needs to be a little bit different. I think it will be amazing seeing you guys jumping around and going for those flag hangs and snatches. So let's take a more overview look on it. What I really like is the middle part, to be honest. We decided to put a big block in the middle, so there's only one block. I already read in the chat Polo's retirement. I'm very sorry for Polo, but he's a very, very good player and he will manage. So just one thing, the blocks are not 100% accurate measured in this model. So the home Dorito and the snake Dorito, those will be the small Doritos, and all the other ones will be the big ones. So it might look a little bit off here in this model, but don't worry, it will be fine. It will be the same bunkers you are used to. Polo, don't cry. You're a good player. You will find your spot. It will work out. I think with this layout we had in mind that you are not safe in any spot really. Like, you need to work together to secure spots in order to move up there. I think snake is a very, very strong position. We will see a lot of snake action there. You can hide perfectly in there. I think the snake 50 is not as dominant as it was before, because the idea of the backline will be completely different. So I think it's still a good point or a good position to be in, but maybe not as good as it was before. Interesting because of the block in the middle that you cannot immediately shoot from plexi into the snake 50. So I think that opens up a lot of space on the plexi side. However, if we go over to the plexi side, your view is limited as well. We cannot, as I said, 100% guarantee that the lanes or the angles are 100% accurate as it will be in or on the official field. But yeah, overall I think it's super nice. You guys can already start planning and setting up schedules for training. It's definitely hard, but yeah, NSL is not for bad players. It's like for the best, and if you want to be one of the best, you need to master it. And yeah, I'm super excited to play there. Hope everyone here from around the Real Strike Arena will be at Real Strike for the Pickups XL next weekend on Sunday. As far as I know, there's a training slot even before the Pickup XL, but just one. So the Pickups XL will be from 11 till 6. And obviously on Saturday you can already book training slots, and I think even on Friday. So we will change the layout under the week, and it will be ready for you. Also, I know that at Raptor in Spain, the layout is already in place, or they build it this weekend. And of course all the other fields in the US, they will follow as well, but that's probably not as important to everyone here right now. I think we are enough live to jump over. I mean, if you have any questions, just ask. I just read in the chat. Yes, that's the layout that will be in place for whole NSL, which means for Europe and for the USA. Of course, we need to see with some fields how good it's possible to rebuild that, because some fields have pillars in the middle, which is a bit unfortunate, but we cannot change that. The US fields mostly, but also the Spanish fields, if we have more, they need to trim down the bunkers. We have like a range where you can, or where it's okay to have your bunker size in, and if you're too big or way too small, then it's not okay, and we will enforce this way more this year. So basically the idea behind it is that we have one layout for the entire year, and that there's no home advantage really. Of course, every field is still a little bit different, but it is awesome that American teams can train and play on that field, and it's the same field that we have here in the Netherlands or in Spain or wherever. I think that is basically the idea we wanted to the idea behind it. And yeah, so they need to trim down their bunkers if they are completely off. And we are getting closer to a global unified system in a way. I just read that Junkie likes the field. That's definitely not a good sign. Normally he cries a lot about everything. But if he likes it, maybe you guys need to prepare even harder for him. But yeah, just play it, see how it turns out. And as every year, I mean, we are used to that. It's our 5th layout here in the EU now. And you guys will make it work. It will take the first tournament for sure, but then you will see some strong positions, some weak positions, some counter positions as always. So you can already access, as I said, that on the webpage. It's under here, under layout, pretty straightforward. And I would say I don't want to waste any of your time anymore, because let's jump into that why you originally came for here. Let's do the raffle. So I'm gonna switch over to my Excel. And I know there's a lot going on here. Don't worry, I will guide you through everything. I will explain the whole system. So we have, in total, we have 17 teams signed up in time. So those are the teams. We have Second to None, we have Reapers, we have Saviors, we have 𝖒𝖘, we have Team Alpha, we have 𝖒𝖕𝖚, we have Plague Doctors, we have SON, we have Freakers, we have No Name, we have Terror Knights, Honey Badgers, Aztec, Raptor, Delta, Tactical Rush Squad, and GHL. So those 17 teams signed up in time, and between those we need to raffle out 15 teams. I know it was a big drama before, and I don't want to re-go through everything that we discussed, but I think the system we have is pretty fair. It respects like established teams, for example, like Saviors, like Reapers, like Second to None. They have a small advantage. It also respects the location of a team. So overall, as you know, we have tournaments in Real Strike in the Netherlands, but we will also have tournaments in Raptor in Spain, and we are looking for a third field. So it just makes sense to give teams that are located near the field a higher, or some sort of a higher chance to make it through. And then of course we have the random raffle where everyone has equal chances. And then we as the organization can give out wildcards, or we will give out wildcards for remaining teams, because after we draw 13 teams, there will be 4 teams remaining. And we have a list here. I have it on paper. I'm not gonna show it to you because that's our organization politics. But of course we want to respect with that teams that are extremely supportive to our whole competition, that showed in the past that they are super committed. And it's basically a protection system for some of the more established teams, or for some of the teams that really put in the work. So I have a list here, and whoever is remaining, the 2 highest ranked teams will then get selected for the wildcard. So we have in the first bracket, it's the performance bracket. It respects all the competition that we hosted last year. We had ProDiv, we had First Div, we had the Canary Cup, and we had Real Strike Cup. So 4 different competitions where some of the teams competed and some didn't. Based on that, you will receive entries. So I quickly go through all the teams. So for example, let's start with Second to None. They obviously played ProDiv last year, and they even finished in the top 3 of ProDiv. So that makes them like one of the best. Obviously they won, so they are the best team. So that gives them 6 entries. They also played Canary Cup, which gives them another entry. They didn't play Real Strike Cup. Some of the players played for the Spanish team GUT, so they don't get an entry for that. That makes it 7. That's what you see here. Then we can just quickly go through everything. Reapers finished in top 3 in Pro Div last year, didn't play any other tournaments, so they have 6 points. 𝖒𝖑s though, they finished in, I think, 4th place last year, so they are not in the top 3. They only get 4 entries, but they played Gran Canary Cup and they played Real Strike Cup, so easy, they get 6 entries as well. 𝖒𝖘 is a new team that I'm really curious to see on the field. They started last year by the end of it, and they only played Real Strike Cup, so 1 entry. Alpha only played Pro Div, gets 4 entries. Wolves, they were in top 3 of First Div last year, so they get 4 entries as well. Plague Doctors, also top 3 of First Div, they get 4 entries for that. And then they played the Real Strike Cup, so they get 5. SON also finished top 3 in First Div, and they play Canary Cup and Real Strike Cup, so they get 6. So that is why it's not just performance, but also commitment bracket, so to speak. Sorry, Team Alpha. Freakers, they played in First Div, so they get 2 entries, and they played in Canary Cup, so that makes it 3. No Name is technically Greasy Airsoft. They had 2 teams, yes, last year, but they only finished First Div with 1 team, so that's why they only get 2 entries. Terror Knights, it's kind of the same story. They started in the Pro Div, but they dropped out, so they don't get entries for that. But they played in Canary Cup, so they get 1 entry. Honey Badgers, they finished First Div, 2 entries plus the Real Strike Cup makes it 3. Same story for Aztec, and for the rest, for Raptor, Delta, TRS and GHL, they haven't played last year, so we cannot give them entries in that bracket. So how does it work? Well, I have everything that's displayed here written out here. So Second to None gets 7 entries, Reaper 6, 𝖒𝖑s 6, and so on. And I will quickly copy paste everything towards our spinning wheel, and there you see how it works with the multiple entries. Just quickly gonna do that. And guys, please, if I make a mistake, spam the chat, because that's why we're here, to make it transparent to everyone. So we copy Reapers, and now you see how the spinning wheel forms up. What is important to mention, you can see it here, for every seeding tournament this year that you play, so for example you're lucky this time that you play, and next seeding event you want to participate as well, we're gonna do the same raffle system, but then your team receives -1 entry in the performance bracket. So by the end of the year, if you played like 5 tournaments, your chance of passing through to the performance bracket is lower. And on the other hand, if you're super unlucky this time and you still have your entries, then you have the highest chance. So I think that's a very fair system to balance it out. And yeah, but that's not important for this tournament, obviously, because it's the first one. And when we raffle, of course I will write everything down, who we raffled, and then obviously the team gets completely eliminated. So let's say 𝖒𝖑s are the lucky ones for the first one, then all of the 𝖒𝖑s are out of this because they already got their tickets, and this even higher the chances of others. Nope, that was wrong. There you go. and finally the Aztec Warriors. So this is only the performance bracket. So we raffle 7 teams here. After that, we're gonna move on to the local or the regional bracket. I will explain that when we come to this. So those 4 teams, so Raptor, Delta, TRS and GHL, unfortunately they haven't played last year, so they are not in that. And the rest is in here. So if you're ready, we can start the first raffle. I would say let's go. Alright, our first team in the first seeding event is Saviors. So just to explain it to you, if I click here, remove all instances, then all of the Saviors will be deleted here because they are already through. Let's do that and see, they disappeared. They were here after Reapers in front of 𝖒𝖘. They are gone. So congratulations, Saviors is the first team to go through, and that's why I will note it here. And let's not waste any more time. Second team. And second team will be the last year and almost all-time champion, second to none. So I'm gonna click on remove all of them. And they are gone. So second to none is the second team that makes it through. And now you can see what it means to have actually more entries, because those teams, they performed extremely well and they were kind of committed. So that's like the reward. Obviously in the future we might have different criterias, but it's always good to be around to perform good and to be committed to a sport, and that's what kind of rewards you in the long term. So let's go for the third team. And congratulations to Team Alpha, the highest finishing team in NSL last year from France. So they are lucky and they get their third ticket. Let's move to the next one. This one goes to the winner of First Div last year. It's a very talented and committed team from Switzerland. I really like to see them, and you all should watch out. I think they are training hard. So yeah, they are in as well. So we have 3 teams left in that bracket. This will go over to Aztec Warriors, team from Belgium. Also towards the end very committed to the NSL, and I'm happy that you are in. So 2 more spots to go. This one goes to SON, German team, you probably all know them. And guys, now let's raffle the very last team from the performance bracket. Who can take it? and it will be the Reapers. Also a super strong team. They are there from day one. They are always supportive, and that's definitely a team that you need to watch out for. And hopefully they can this time beat second to none in the finals. We will see how it works out. So with that, our performance bracket is full. We have our first 7 teams. So you can now kind of forget this and this, because now it's about the location. And with the location, it depends on from which country you are. We try to figure out a way how to split Europe in a logical way, and also respect the amount of teams that are from which region. But also we have 3 tournaments in the Netherlands and 2 tournaments in Spain, and we are looking forward to host the last tournament, the seeding tournament in France. So we said, okay, there need to be 2 different regions, so everyone has equal chances overall. That's why if your team is from Spain, Italy, France, Portugal, or the UK, it goes into the EU Southwest region, and the field for that at the moment is Raptor. As I said, we hope that we find another field, but I can't give you any details on that yet. And for basically all the remaining countries where we ever had teams from, which is Netherlands, Belgium, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Latvia, Poland, and Finland, you are in the EU Mid-Northeast region, and this is connected to Real Strike, obviously. So this time it's in Real Strike, which means that if you are from one of those countries, then you have a chance now of getting one of those 4 slots from the local bracket. If you are from Spain or France, because some of the teams are from there, then I'm sorry for you at the moment that you cannot qualify in this bracket. You have a chance then after that. So I need to adjust the wheel now with all the names. And now it's only 1 entry per team. So Plague Doctors had 5 entries in the performance bracket. Now they just have 1 because they are a Dutch team. 𝖒𝖘 stays with 1. They are from Belgium. Freakers are also from Belgium. No Name is a French team, so unfortunately that for that they need to go here. Terror Knights is a Belgian team, 1 entry is correct. Honey Badgers is a German team, they can stay in here. Now we need to get Raptor is a Spanish team. Delta is a Dutch team, so they will have a chance here. TRS, the Choo Choo Train, is back eventually, is a Dutch team, so they go in here as well. And then GHL is a Belgium team, so they need to be in here as well. Let me check that I haven't made any mistake. They are qualified, they are in, they're qualified, they are in, they're qualified, in. No, they are qualified already, sorry. And the last 2. So from those teams, we will select or randomly select 4 teams that are also getting a ticket. I think let's start with the first team. And the first team will be Delta. It's a new team as far as I know. So yeah, I can't wait to see them on the field and see what level they can bring to the competition. Good luck to everyone remaining. I know it's a little bit thrilling. Delta is removed here. And now let's move on. Second ticket will go to Germany again. So the Honey Badgers are in. I removed them there. add them here. So 2 tickets remain here. And it looks like Freakers also got a ticket. Remove them here, add them here. So now we come to the last ticket of the, why is that blue and blue? Of the local or regional bracket. Only one of those 5 teams can get a ticket here. But of course we have still a couple of more chances for them. So let's see. And this will go to Terror Knights. I'm very happy that they are able to make a comeback. They had some issues with team members, and so they decided to have a small break. And I really appreciate that they are coming back. And now, obviously, in the first tournament, we're gonna see them. So, at Terror Knights here. So now we have our 11 teams. The local bracket is full. I need to drink something real quick. Now we're gonna raffle 2 random teams, which means that teams from no matter which region, they get also an entry chance. In our case here, we only have No Name, which is from France. They need to be added. And also Raptor from Spain, they need to be added. There's a, yep, now it looks good. I would say don't waste any more time and let's go for the first random spot. Good luck, everyone. And it looks like the Choo Choo Train will make a return. I'm really curious on their level, and I can't wait to see them back in action after 2 years. Basically since COVID started, they were out, and I'm very happy that they are back again. And now it gets a little bit tricky because we are about to raffle out the last team that will pass through the open raffle system. Let's go. And it will be indeed Raptor from Spain. So we have our first 13 teams. And basically now it's time to announce which wildcards we gotta hand out. And I know this is, or it can cause some tears, because we have 3 established teams, or kinda established teams, and 1 complete new team. As I said, we made that list before the raffle with the organization. Like, we had a couple of opinions on where to rank the teams. So I'm already apologizing to the 2 teams that are not being picked here. But this allows us to kind of make sure that everyone gets a fair chance over the whole year. and if you are not in this time, you're definitely at a very high spot for the next tournament with the wildcards. So in the end, it will all be good, and you will be able to play tournaments. Yeah, so I'm gonna hand out the first wildcard, and this will obviously go to Plague Doctors. So congratulations. Your performance and your commitment last year speak for yourself, and that's why we, out of those teams, we select Plague Doctors, because we feel like they need to be there. So yeah, congratulations to them. I'm gonna add them here. I'm gonna remove them here. And according to our pre-made list, it's super close. But for the fact that they played the full first of season, of course under another name, but it's still the same team, the still same captain, we decided that No Name, in this case, will get the second wildcard. I'm very sorry, especially for 𝖒𝖘. I know those guys are training very hard. It's just how the raffle system worked out this time, but I can assure you that you will have much higher chances for the next tournaments to be in there. So yeah, congratulations to No Name, and big sorry to 𝖒𝖘 and also to GHL. So I know guys, it's sad for 𝖒𝖘, but as I said, it's maybe only the first tournament they will miss. I know they are a strong team, but it's just, yeah, you know, sometimes you have bad luck. As I said, with the wildcard, we have options as an organization to ensure that all teams get a chance of playing seeding tournaments. We have 6 in total, and just the fact that you are not in for the first one doesn't mean that you cannot compete for the rest ones. So I know it's super hard, but yeah, it is what it is for now. So right now we have 2 teams remaining, 𝖒𝖘 and GHL. I'm gonna do the raffle one more time to sort out the waiting list, because tomorrow we're gonna send out the payment link to all those 15 teams, and you have 48 hours to pay. And if you fail for whatever reason to pay, then indeed your team is kicked out, you lose your position, and then the waiting list will move up and will be selected. Because you never know, and we need to have that. It's also the same, for example, a team pays and then they cannot come, and they know it 1 week before the tournament, which is a very short reaction time for us as an organization. But it can of course happen, that's out of our control. And then obviously we will contact the teams on the waiting list, and if you're first on the waiting list, then you will be the first team to be contacted, and then you have a last minute call. It can happen, it will happen at some point, but obviously I cannot promise anything. It really depends on what the teams who are in are doing, but that's the procedure that we're gonna execute all the time now, so that you know. So yeah, we're gonna do that raffle for the waiting list, and that will be the last raffle for the day. So it looks as 𝖒𝖘 has at least here a little bit of luck. So as I said, don't be too sad. I know that you want to play, but you will get your chance, and eventually if a team drops out, you are the first one on the waiting list. So with the whole raffle, system, we're gonna keep it for the entire year, so for all the 6 seeding tournaments. And next time when we are in Spain, obviously all the Spanish, Italian, French teams, they have a advantage because they would be in the location bracket here, and all the other Belgium, Dutch, German teams are not. So then we will obviously see more teams from that region, but the performance bracket will still be in place. Of course, some of the Spanish teams played the Gran Canaria Cup and even got played the Real Strike Cup as well, so they will receive a couple of entries there as well. But overall, the entries they will stay. Of course, then we will respect that rule here, that everyone who is playing now gets -1. So it equals out over the time a little bit more. We're gonna do the raffle, as I said, for all the B-tier events, for the seeding events that we have. In Europe it's 6, in America it's 4. In America we are not doing the raffle, but in Europe we are doing the raffle. We expect, of course, more teams over the year. Some teams maybe are not or couldn't make it to this tournament, so they didn't sign up. Of course, when we are under 15 teams, then there's no point in raffling. Then we have our system with either 8, 10, 12 or 15 teams can participate. So it really depends on how many teams will sign up. Speaking on sign-ups, we will open the sign-ups for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th event next week. I can't tell you when it is, but it doesn't really matter, because you have then weeks or even months before the sign-ups are closing. It's just there, or it will be like this time. Just go there, put in your team name, your region where you're from, and your email address and your name, and then you're good. And then every team will take in this Excel again, and then we're gonna do a live stream when the signups are closed for the next and the upcoming B-tier tournaments. So yes, it will be done for Spain, Speedy. It will be done for every B-tier tournament, at least in Europe. Also, to give you some news and some insights, next week we're gonna also launch some rule updates. We figured out some minor changes that need to be there, just really minor stuff, nothing too crazy. We will update that on our webpage, but we of course will post about it on Instagram, so you know. And also, I think it went a little bit under the radar, at least with some teams. We have 4 C-tier events planned in Real Strike. So C-tier events are seen as practice tournaments, but they are tournaments. So we had that discussion yesterday. They are definitely tournaments. Maximum is 15, minimum is 8. And with that, it's first come, first serve. So all 4 weekends are already available on Real Strike side, where you can get your ticket. So there won't be a raffle, and if you are late, you are late. Those will be great opportunities for teams who miss out, like GHL and 𝖒𝖘. I expect them to be there to stay in shape, to get the experience on the field. But also for all the other teams, it's very good if you are there, because that's just practice and under competition conditions. And other partner field like Raptor, they will also host C-tier tournaments on their field, so keep an eye on their side, keep an eye on the NSL media stuff, because we're gonna post it there as well whenever something is announced. Also, I want to announce here, I think we did it already kinda, but that slipped even more under the radar, that we decided, because there are so many teams willing to play, and also a lot of Spanish teams that they want to play, that we're gonna increase the amount of teams for the European Championship. So previously it was set to 15, but we decided to increase it to 20. So the top 20 teams of the seeding points will be invited to the European Championship. I think that's pretty cool. The championships will be a 3-day event, so we have the Friday, Saturday, Sunday full of playing, and with that we calculated it and we can afford it. So that is also some side news that I want to give out to everyone here. Now, speaking of seeding tournaments, of course we need to draw the groups, and we spoke with some team captains, or with some teams in general, and also with us in the organization. And then we decided that it would be kind of stupid to completely raffle the groups out, but also we don't want to have like fully pre-made groups, because we obviously didn't know who was qualifying and who's not. But we said if the top 3 or the highest ranked teams of the Pro Div last year made it through, so in this case it would be second to none, Reapers and 𝖒𝖑𝖓s, and indeed they are qualified, that we will kind of preset them on the groups and raffle the rest. Because it would be kind of off if, like, the on paper or on last year's performance, the strongest teams would be in one group and then there is a group with like new teams. We felt like that's a little bit off, so we want to separate those 3 teams from each other. Of course they can meet, and they will potentially meet in the knockout phase, but yeah, I think that's like a fair approach. So I can already put second to none in group A, put Reapers in group B, and put 𝖒𝖑𝖓s in group C. All the other teams are gonna copy. So I need to remove that. I now need to remove second to none 𝖒𝖑𝖓s, because they are already in the groups. And I need to remove 𝖒𝖑𝖓s. And now, if you guys are ready, we're gonna raffle the first team, or the second team for Group A. It's single elimination with NSL. There's no more double elimination. You will play a group phase. With 15 teams, which we have, you will play 4 group matches, and the best 2 of each group will advance, and then the best 2 third-placed teams from all groups will advance as well. Tomorrow we try to release the tournament schedule, so you see when the doors are open, when you need to be there, when the first game starts, and which teams you play when. And then there's also obviously the tournament tree, where you see, okay, quarterfinals, that leads into the semifinals. If you lose there, you play for place 3, and so on. All that will be released tomorrow, but it's always single elimination. So I would say let's raffle the second team for Group A. And that will be no name. So I remove them, and I'm gonna add them here to the group. Where's no name? There it is. Then let's move to the second spot for Group B. And that will be Terror Knights. Sorry. TRS Tactical Rush Squad. So the second team for Group C will be Aztec Warriors. They are here. They need to go in there. Also, I think in the next weeks we're gonna post that like in a nice looking picture on Instagram, so you can share that. But yeah, just to let you know. So let's start again with Group A. The third team for Group A is Plague Doctors. Let's move to third team for Group B. That's Freakers. Third team for Group C will be Team Alpha. Now let's see who will follow in Group A. That's gonna be Delta, our newcomers this tournament. So good luck to them, they will need it, I guess. Following in Group B are the Honey Badgers. Now let's move to the fourth team for Group C. This will be Terra Knights. Now it gets really interesting. The last team for Group A. Will be Wolves. So I think that is a pretty strong group. And of course now we're gonna raffle for Group B, and the remaining one is obviously in Group C then. This one goes to Raptor. So Raptor will play in Group B and SON will play in Group C. Can make it maybe look a little bit better, yeah. So those are our groups. Take a screenshot, take a picture. In Group A we have Second to None, we have No Name, we have Plague Doctors, we have Delta, we have Wolves. Group B consists out of Reapers, Tactical Rush Squad, Freakers, Honey Badgers and Raptor. And Group C consists out of Saviors, Aztec, Team Alpha, Terra Knights and SON. So again, the top two teams of each group, they will qualify for the knockout phase, and then the best two third placed teams will go through as well. The third placed team will receive 35 seeding points, so they will receive more than all the fourth place and more than the fifth place teams. So it's like a little like goodie, so to speak. So unfortunately, then they couldn't make it to the knockout phase. But still, their performance is better than the performance of all the 4th and 5th place teams. It's just a scenario that we have, unfortunately, here with 15 teams, and yeah, we cannot do anything about it. So it's just how we do that, and that's how you get those 35 points, seeding points. As I said, we're gonna introduce some new rules. Yeah, in the week or under the week. One thing that I can already tell you, which is maybe a little bit bigger for you, that we will move away from draws, obviously. Because we have a knockout tournament. Yes, we have a group stage, but then also the tournament has a knockout stage. Single elimination, so there's no comeback, it's do or die. And we need to eliminate the chance of draws. It will be either you win or you lose. So, of course, in NSL, draws are very rare. What we saw over the year, I think we only had 2 over all tournaments we hosted. But of course, it can happen, and especially like in super hard fought and tactical matches, it's more likely to happen. So we thought, okay, we need to add a rule which makes a draw impossible. And of course, we don't know how much time we have. Of course, we have our experience from last year, but time management is always an issue, and we try to learn from that. So we have our time schedule now, which is super fine, but we cannot hand out extra time like in soccer when it's a draw. So we are not gonna do extra time, but we're gonna move into a like soccer style penalty shootout in a way, obviously with our idea, and it needs to be the 1v1. We're gonna name, or the 2 team captains then will name 5 players of their team who don't have a penalty. That is super important. And they will hand that paper to the head ref, and with that, the first 2 names will play against each other, then the second and the third. So the first 2 start with a 1v1, just as you're used to it, 30 seconds, attacker versus defender, and you only get a point if you score a flag hang in those 30 seconds as an attacker. So it's the same idea as we are used to it. And after that round, the roles shift. The one who attacks in the first game will now defend, and other way around. And that's the first meetup from the first people on the list. Then we're gonna move on to the second meetup between the 2 guys that were selected. And after they are done with their 2 games, we have the third one, if needed. So for a flag hang, you get 1 point. If you're defending, you can only prevent them from scoring. It's basically like soccer shootout. And luckily in the EU, everyone kind of should be familiar with. For America, we might need a different explanation, but I think that's kind of logical. So after the third one, it might be over. If it's still a draw, then we're gonna proceed with the 4th name on the paper, and if it's then still a draw, we're gonna go to the 5th one, and if it's then still a draw, we're gonna do everything back again. But as soon as one has the lead, it's over. So the first 3 1v1s are guaranteed, and then after that it's 1 by 1. I think that is a super cool and fun way to solve that issue. And now it doesn't matter if it's in the group stage or in a knockout stage. Whenever there's a draw after the time is up, we're gonna execute this 1v1 extra penalty shootout, however you want to call that. Yeah, so that it will basically one of the biggest changes that we're gonna do for next year with the rules so far. Of course, if something pops up, we will take a look in that. And I think then we are through. I hope the whole drawing system is a little bit more transparent now and everyone understands it. I know it was a wild week also for us, believe me. And as I said, this system will be used for all those 6 seeding events, and by the end of it, the 20 best teams will advance and will be invited to the European Championships. And that's basically what you play for with those seeding events. Like, you need to see, or you need to get your team up in the tournament, and you need to collect as many points as you can get. And yeah, after those 6 events, we will see who are the best 20 teams of Europe. And obviously, as you know, that will lead into the European Championship. The best 3 there can qualify for the Globals. And I'm really excited to see who will come out on top and who's going to represent Europe at the Globals. I think that will be an amazing tournament. Of course, we have a lot more coming. Nations Cup will be also this year. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I think it was not too long. And if you have some more questions, I will keep it live for a couple of minutes. Just shoot them. You can always message me on WhatsApp or Instagram if you have my number. If there's any issue with something. And yeah, we're gonna send out the payment stuff tomorrow. So from tomorrow, when you receive the email, you have 48 hours to pay. Thanks for watching, I guess, and hope to see you all next Sunday at the pickups in Real Strike Arena, because there it's basically your first chance, or one of the first chances, to test the new layout. I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna play there, and if you are not there, I hope to see you all in February. Yep, thank you guys. I think there are no more questions coming in, so I'm gonna close the stream actually. See you guys.
Hey, Birdie, I'm from my hometown, Maastricht in the Netherlands. It's not the North Pole, but as you see, holiday seasons arrived here too. Follow me. So, not trying to outdo Santa Claus, but we as Monk Customs, we have some exciting presents for you in store. Follow me, show you them. So, let's start. What do we have for you? Until the 31st of January 2023, for each $100 or each €100 you spend on the www.monkcustoms.com, you will receive one unique code. Every €100 or dollar. So you buy for 400, you get 4 unique codes. If you buy for 200, you get 2 unique codes, etc., etc. You will receive this code within 72 hours after your order. So on the 31st of January, we will pick randomly all the codes for the presents we have. What free giveaways do we have? I mean, we have some nice giveaways. What do you think about a new aluminum Monk M adapter? Or our new MHQ belt? You didn't hear about that? Go online, check it. Handguards. completely new Monk Customs handguards, included sights, or our new aluminum ESG grip, yeah, can be yours, or a complete ultralight diameter for Glock. Yeah, we're just gonna do, we're gonna give away a Neo 1 body kit, complete. And last but not least, we're gonna end this year with a bang, but we're gonna start the new year 2023 with a bigger bang. This can be yours. More information about this you will see in the upcoming weeks before the 31st of January. We're gonna pick a winner for this amazing Monk Customs build. For all the information about our giveaways, you go to www.monkcustoms.com and everything will be explained for you right there. I want to end that we as Monk Customs want to wish you and the closest to you a warm, happy and healthy holiday seasons.